This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking basketball, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles. 25 Whistles.
Heyo, 25 Whistles presented by DraftKings. Use the promo code BobbySports when downloading the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. So, the only time, because I was on TikTok, I was flipping through and this guy was like, you got to bet this game. It's the easiest game. And I didn't bet it. I was like, I don't feel that good about it. So I didn't bet it. And he was like, you must take Duke to beat North Carolina.
Oh,
Thank God. I've listened to that dude like every time and he's hit. And I don't even know who it is. It just pops up in my algorithm.
He just shows up?
Well, because I think I'll watch the full video. So they're like, let's feed him more.
Yeah.
But it was the only one because they were like, Duke's been on a hot streak. And Duke. So pretty happy I didn't lose that one.
Good call. Good call.
Otherwise, I crushed the Arkansas game. I took Arkansas plus 12. We ended up losing in overtime, and that game sucked.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
I got so mad at Kevin Klug.
Why?
He sent me a text. We were up 6 with like,
Oh, no.
Oh, what
Yeah.
did he do? Hey, we've all been there.
No.
We've all been there.
let me read to you. Kevin Klug's our trainer and our friend. This is exactly what happens. He goes, Arkansas, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. He said, they got this.
Oh, no.
They were up 6 with like a minute 20 left. I said, if they lose, this text was, because right then they popped a 3. And I'm like, oh, Alabama, who's really good. Turnover, they hit another 3. I say, this is on you. Right when you texted that, it all turned. The game wasn't over. Why'd you text that? He texts back, I'm actually ill. Gosh dang. I thought, no way this text changes anything. I knew better.
Gosh dang.
And then I said, and you, of all people, he's a former athlete.
I know, man. You know how this stuff
Yes.
works.
And he said, you're right. This is sports 101. God, they better rally. I'm cheering hard now. Never heard from him again. We lost in overtime. The next morning, 6:51 a.m. So that would be a Sunday morning. First, comma. I'm an a-hole for that text yesterday.
At least he realizes it.
And then he said second. What was the word that the FSU fan said to the ref that got him ejected? Not sure if you remember that or not. Remember we went to Florida State because the episode's up
Yeah.
today. It was
What did he
sissy.
say?
It was,
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
It was sissy. So, yeah, he Kevin Klug screwed the Razorbacks. But I had him plus 12, so I won a ton.
Good.
No, they didn't win, though.
No, but they covered.
I would rather them win and lose the money.
Yeah, but dude, at this point, like, you know what?
SEC tournament this week.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. That game really didn't matter.
I started sending
It
you.
did because we would have played one less game in the tournament.
Right.
Now we have to
Yeah,
play
you
the.
guys-
Hey, but now you start with Vandy, dude.
Yeah.
We good.
But if you would have won that game, you don't even play that round. You
That
get a free
Wednesday?
game.
Speaking of,
Vandy beat us the game before that.
I know.
Did they really?
I know
It's
they
terrible.
did.
It's
They
terrible.
did.
Yeah. Speaking of what?
Nah, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead.
Nah, it's all good.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all good.
I don't know what you're saying.
Talk about it later.
What?
I need Kevin's number, man.
Why?
Dude, the smoothie he got when we went, I got the same one, but I don't know what he got. And it's been driving me insane because it was so good. I just haven't been able to think of
in
anything else.
Tallahassee?
Yeah.
You went to Florida State?
I
Yeah.
thought maybe like he's a workout program or something. that
You
he
want to know
wants
the smoothie read?
Dude, it was life changing.
It's not even his recipe.
I
he just
know, but I
ordered
just
it,
want
I
dude.
doubt he remembers, I'm being honest. Probably just saw a name up on the menu.
I know. So good, man.
I love you, man.
Okay, let's do the tittle tattle. Get it.
It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff.
All right, let's go.
All right, following the Mac Jones trade, which quarterback from the 2021 class do you think has the best chance to revive their career?
I like Justin Fields. I liked him in Chicago. There's a reason why some Chicago fans are upset because they liked that he was trending upward a bit. I think Justin Fields in the right system can be really good. Zach Wilson, I think Mac Jones has a good shot at revitalizing his career now that he's going to go be the backup for Trevor Lawrence because it just gives him a beat. He's still very young. Mitch Trubisky had this opportunity. Didn't really take advantage of it fully, but he goes to Buffalo and is the backup to Josh Allen. Then there was a little bit of a market for him. Like, we should give him another shot.
He started a few places.
Yeah. Well, then he went to Pittsburgh. Didn't, you know. But I think Mac Jones gets that shot. He goes and takes a year, maybe 2, backs him up. He's still very young. He'll have another market that people are going to pay him decent money to come start. Trey Lance, here's the thing about Trey Lance. The Vikings, and this goes up today, we're recording this. The Vikings have been talking about maybe trading a third-round pick for Trey Lance and let him come up and just run it.
Which is, I think, the only reason the Cowboys got him for that. Right?
To use him as trade bait later on.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't think
they gave
wanted...
up a fourth round for him. So that fourth round pick's pretty valuable.
Yeah.
But if I were to pick which one, I think Justin Fields, if in the right situation, can be a really good quarterback. I think Mac Jones probably gets another great starting opportunity in a couple years. Zach Wilson, I don't know what the heck he's going to do.
Yeah.
And then Trey Lance, it just depends. Like, you're going to have a team.
You kind of forget about him.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks. It's actually kind of sad.
And good. I'm sure he's a good dude. Everybody says he's a good dude. It wasn't his fault he got drafted so high.
Mm-hmm.
Came out of a small school.
Remember when we saw him warming up too, Eddie, before
Yeah.
the game, and Reed and Mike?
Yeah, he looked good.
But he
And
was
he's,
like,
and he's massive.
Yeah, he's a big. Well, that was part of it, right?
Yeah, he's a
Like,
monster.
but he wasn't as athletic as they thought he was once he got to the NFL.
yeah.
Zach Wilson, the dude that
Yeah, banged
hooked
mom
up with mom's friend?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How'd you know he was going to say that?
'Cause
I
know
mean,
him.
what else? What else would it be?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, next question.
All right, with Mike Evans and Baker returning to Tampa, what do you put the Bucks ceiling at in 2024?
I think they can win 12 games. I think they're in a bad division. We'll see what other quarterbacks end up down in that division. But I think Baker's a pretty good quarterback. I've always been a big Baker guy. But it's not like they're new and it's like we can't wait to see what they do. We just saw what they kind of do.
Yeah. Last year.
Yeah, so they've 3 years, $100 million is pretty awesome for Baker. The guy was like bouncing around. People were saying he was over. I think he's in a good system down there. Mike Evans, 2 years, $52 million. The Bucks won a playoff game. Don't forget about that, because they won their division and then they won the first round.
Against the Eagles.
Oh yeah, ooh,
And stomped them.
yeah. So I think they can win 12 games, which is a lot. I don't know that I would say that if they weren't in that division, but can't control that.
A little quick follow-up. If if Kirk Cousins goes to Atlanta,
Yeah,
then who do you like more out of those two?
Yeesh.
man, he has so many weapons in Atlanta. I'm still gonna go Bucks, but only because I don't know where Cousins really is in his rehab. I assume he'll be good to go, but I don't know. And he's going to a new system, and that'll take a minute, even though he's a pretty cerebral guy. Where Baker and Mike Evans it's their second year. They come in as freshmen. They're sophomores now, right, at college basketball. So they definitely know the system. They know the coaches. They know. I would still probably pick the Bucks because I think Baker's a good quarterback. All right, next.
All right, which conference, going to basketball here, which conference road win impressed you more over the weekend? Kentucky over Tennessee or North Carolina over Duke?
Kentucky over Tennessee because Tennessee looks awesome.
Yeah, Tennessee's great.
Tennessee's a 1 seed, I'd assume. North Carolina and Duke, even if a team's bad, I'm not surprised if anybody. That's such a rivalry. If Duke's number 1 in the country and North Carolina's 300 and North Carolina wins, I'm still like, okay, well, I get it. They hate each other. Those rivalry games are weird.
Yeah.
You see Filipowski?
Yeah,
Trip that guy?
yeah. And he said he didn't.
Tables have turned.
Yeah. Not obviously. It was obvious to me that he tripped a fan too.
Yeah.
Whenever he got hurt, when the court was stormed. I'm pro court storm now. Every Duke game.
Oh, everyone. Every Duke game.
Every time they go anywhere, if they lose, the fans just storm the court.
Well, they're throwing water bottles, so, I mean,
All right, what else?
Last one here. Currently leading the league in scoring. Do you think Luka needs to change the way he plays for the Mavericks to be serious contenders?
Mavs are 8th in the West, so they'd be in the play-in situation now. He had his 6th straight triple-double, like 30 points. That's I mean, he's scoring so much. I looked, he's averaging like 35 points a game. I guess my answer would be yes from 10,000 feet up, because you just look and they're not winning enough to automatically be in the playoffs 1, 2, or 3 seed, and he's scoring tons of points. So where's the change? I mean, even Jordan had to give up some points a little bit in order for those Bulls teams to start dominating. So, but I feel like even during the trade deadline, because they got Gafford, didn't they, from Washington? You may look that up. Kyrie, and they've been playing pretty well together. If they don't have anybody, I get it. But I just feel like they've been doing this over and over and getting the same result. So there's got to be something. They got Gafford, right?
Yeah, Gafford and Washington.
So, sure. Because they ain't winning with him scoring 35 or 40. Anytime he scores over 40, I think their winning percentage is even less. So I'm going to go yes, although Luka is awesome. And he gets to the hole anytime he wants to.
yeah.
And they adjust a whole. I mean, to watch people blitz him because they will. They'll blitz him with the ball. I just get the ball out of his hands. And him just to split blitzes is super cool. But yeah, I don't see. Maybe they just don't have the soldiers there to win that war. But he's gonna have to. Other people have to be involved because they're not winning games.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Thank you. That's it. Tittle tattle.
The stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
Hey, we hit our parlay. If it was opposite day last week. Well, listen, this was a 3-team NBA win that Kevin and Eddie picked. Let's be
So
honest.
we missed them all?
All
Dude,
three.
It was bad.
Really?
All three, yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
I'll take the blame for it, though.
No, we picked it. It's all good.
I said
we'll
it,
own
though.
We'll own it.
25 Whistles presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use the code BobbySports to get in on the action. So 76ers money line over the Grizzlies loss.
Money line? Dang, Grizzlies beat the 76ers?
No Joel, dude. They're bad right now.
Clippers -6.5 at Houston loss. And Houston sucks.
They won by 6.
Cavaliers money line at Atlanta lost.
I know. He warned me on that one. He said,
But he missed the other two. So what's warning you?
right. He said
No,
that,
but I got
We all
one
suck.
right.
We all suck. You got none right.
I wanted to get one right. Eddie
Okay,
wouldn't
so
let
we
me.
got none right.
Dang.
Take it from me. I miss about everyone.
Okay.
If you want to take the 25 Whistles parlay, you can check out DraftKings Sportsbook. New users use the code BobbySports when you download the app. 21 and up in most eligible states. State and age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. I got a couple more things in the mail. It should be ending soon. Like, I know where my cutoff was in receiving any of this memorabilia from the breaks. So I think the last thing I'm going to get, because I was going back through my emails, still to come, I have a authentic George Kittle 49ers jersey.
Dang, that's cool.
So when I parked, by the way, there is a box outside.
There is?
Out
Go-
front.
Go get it.
Should I?
Somebody
I
go
almost
get it.
grabbed
It
it,
could be
but,
my wife's,
but I didn't want to
though.
get
It
arrested.
could
I
be
know. I
my
don't want to be
wife's.
weird and be like,
Get
no, it's too
arrested
much.
if you took
Yeah.
Bobby's mail?
Well, yeah, if you
Yes,
took me the
it's a
mail.
federal crime.
Okay.
So I know I'm expecting a George Kittle autographed authentic jersey.
A Dak Prescott.
No, there is no. I have
Did
one.
you not get that one?
I have the jersey.
Oh, I thought you said it hadn't come in yet.
No, I tried to get some Cowboy stuff. I picked the NFC East and a lot of stuff, but everybody wants the NFC East, so
Yeah.
it kind of sucks. I can't get on it. So I have a Indianapolis Colts helmet. It's a replica helmet. It's still big. It looks like a normal helmet.
Minshew?
No.
Peyton?
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I have a Jamar Chase salute to service signed mini helmet,
Cool.
which is worth like $300 or so. I looked
Is
it
that
up.
camouflage or something?
Kinda, but it's a mini. You know how the mini helmets are.
Yeah.
Which some people would rather have mini helmets than jerseys in
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
Just depends on what they like.
Yeah.
And I've not taken any out of the box. I don't even know if I'm supposed to.
The mini helmets?
Yeah.
I would leave them in the box.
Well, the problem is they don't look as good in the box. They're like, oh, they got like the codes on them to prove they're real.
Yeah.
Could you pull them out and then put them back in whenever you're
No.
going to sell them?
I would leave them in the box.
Yeah, I would say no.
And in the Funkos.
Dang it.
Hey, but shout out to these places, though, for doing legit players and not just the random, like, second string lineman.
It's not really the places for doing it. What happens is they buy from the brands that put it together. So let's say it was called Autograph Co. Inc. Autograph Co. Inc. has paid players to come and sign a bunch of stuff. Some are authentic. Most are,
Custom.
which aren't they look like the jersey, but they're not exactly the real play jersey. And the helmet, so let's say they pay somebody $10 to come and sign 150. And so some are some. Some are
Terrible
good.
deal.
Well, I'm just doing a game here. And then they pack them all randomly in these boxes. And the people that get them and do the breaks don't know what's in the box because you have to unseal them on camera.
Yeah.
Cut the top, cut the seals on the sides. And if people that are doing the breaks see you not do that, they don't get in the breaks.
Yeah.
So it's not the people. And they have to also say on the side of the box, like, you could possibly win Tom Brady. You could possibly, so they can't just do all second stringers. And if it was a bunch of crap coming out, people would stop buying from that company.
But I've never seen, like, a second stringer, which is really cool.
I
Like-
have. I mean, I see Sam Howell sometime. I know he started, but he probably won't start next year.
Yeah, but we know who that is. I'm
Oh, I
talking
did win a
about.
Devin A. Chain helmet, replica helmet. Looks like a full
Yeah.
helmet.
And you got like a jersey of his too, right?
Yes, but I have a helmet coming too. So, but yes, if the company doesn't put great ones in,
that people won't buy from the company.
Yeah.
the
Right. Okay.
breakers.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like you open it up and you're like, oh, it's a Dallas Cowboys, Sam Garcia, and like, well, who
Never
is he?
that, right?
Okay.
It is always somebody with some
Yeah.
notoriety.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes. Well, they have to, or people aren't going to want to buy from them.
How
And
bad would that be?
We're going to try to do some of these breaks too. We also
Yep.
on this show,
Oh, that's gonna be so cool. dude.
supposedly, because we're recording this before they come in, we have the dorm dudes coming in to studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do these guys live?
In Ohio, but they're coming down to do this
That's awesome.
and to talk with us because they're the group of breakers that I got to be a big fan of.
Do you know what they look like?
I have no idea.
They don't show their faces.
Well, they
do
also nobody does this. The first thing I would do to tell people if they were doing breaks on social media, TikTok, you can show your face, which is great. But also, I'd put a name up of who it is because there are different people doing it, and people just have relationships with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even if they don't really know, like if it's like Jonathan, I'd have a Jonathan name tag up so people would know. Oh, Jonathan's doing the breaks,
Mm-hmm.
and it just creates another level of whatever the intimacy is between the person you're watching and listening to.
Sure.
But they don't do that, so I don't even know any of their names. I recognize their faces from the Little Bitty
How many
Circle.
dorm dudes are there? 2?
Don't know. There's more than that because I know they pay people. Other dorm dudes come in and do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There'll be 2 there.
Yeah. But all these questions, I don't know if we're running this segment before or after. All these questions I'm going to ask them.
Okay.
Or I've already asked them, depending on where we place this
Ooh.
segment. Okay, so those are still coming, and then we're going to get started with shooting and recording a bunch of stuff. I did make a trade for a jersey.
On the spot?
Not on the spot, but people will message me when I win something, and they go, I'd like to have that. What will you trade me?
Ooh.
And so I've got like 3 Mike Vick things. I told you I traded the jersey already.
Yeah.
I traded a Mike Vick ball for my favorite basketball player of all time, signed jersey.
Favorite basketball player of all time
Favorite basketball player of all time is?
is
We talked about this on the flight.
Bud Webb.
No. Yes, but no.
You said Bud Webb was.
It
your
is.
favorite.
Bud was like as a kid, but like right now.
The flight before that.
Favorite.
Oh, right now he
Favorite
plays
right-
for 76ers. No,
Nope. My favorite player right now.
Drew Holiday,
You remember, right?
Yeah.
Go.
Pat Bev.
Pat Beverly. That's right.
I have an Arkansas Razorback Pat Bev signed jersey.
Oh wow,
So it's like the
that's
best.
a great
of-
win for you.
Yeah. I was like, what do you have? And he told me, I said, do you have anything from college? Because college is hard. And he said, I got a Pat Bev 21 Arkansas
Wow.
jersey. And it's authentic because it's the Razorbacks.
That's really cool.
I thought you had that. I didn't even.
No,
know
I
you
just got it.
That.
No, I just
Man,
got it.
That's perfect.
I have a bunch of jerseys,
That's
but they all have
awesome.
my name on them.
That's really
which is
cool.
cool too. And then, so this is one I got. This is that Stephon Diggs signed Funko,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Nice.
really cool.
I was just going to show you guys a couple things that came in the mail because we're about to be done with all of it coming in. And finally, I wish the dorm dudes would do breaks with us from the studio, but I don't want to have to. But that's their money on their stuff. I mean, I'd want to keep stuff.
you buy it.
You know.
Can I ask?
Okay, so this
It's
is
blue.
an authentic
Ooh.
Signed
Wow.
Peyton Manning jersey. Woo! Just the jersey unsigned is $200.
Look
but
at
signed,
that.
I looked it up. I think I looked it up. Hey, Mike, would you look up a Mitchell and Ness blue Peyton Manning signed jersey? And you could wear this one because it's a large,
Man.
but that's legit.
But even his autograph looks like not half-assed. Like it looks like a legit.
No, you're right. Peyton.
Autograph.
Yeah, looks like he put a little time into it.
Little effort.
Some of the guys just like scribble up and down.
Yeah.
It's $1,000 at least.
Wow.
Would you mind putting that back in the or just
Yeah,
hold the bag
no
open?
problem, man.
Frame it, $1,300.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Yeah, I'll
like
take care of it.
I have a bunch that I'm not gonna get $60 for.
Yeah.
But then it's when you hit the Peyton Manning authentic Colts jersey. I hit the Peyton Manning John Elway signed helmet, which I think I can get $4,000 for.
Some good hits, man.
And I'm gonna sell it all back, just about, unless there's something I just love to see
Yeah.
if I can make back or profit.
Is there something on the top of your head right now that you love? You're for sure keeping.
Great question. I love the Broncos helmet, but I'm not gonna keep that.
Yeah,
for
you gotta
$4,000.
make
Way too
money.
much.
The Eagles, that Jalen Hurts Eagles helmet, I get like $800 for. I'll sell that.
That's a really cool
I'd need to
piece.
go through it again. I love the Pat Bev jersey. I'm not selling that.
I took that out. But like the Warren Moon helmet,
Yeah, that's really cool
that thing's
too.
pretty sick.
But I'd probably sell that one too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not attached to it. It's more of a science experiment that I was going to do. So, but those are the last 2 things that I did. Let me lay that down there. Okay. And the dorm dudes, that's going to be cool or fun. And maybe they
Can't
already
wait
were.
for that.
Maybe they already were. A couple other things I wanted to mention. Scientists were baffled by a man who got vaccinated for COVID 217 times.
Saw
Oh
that.
my gosh.
But he's like
A superhero now. I know he can fly. It's crazy.
and he never got COVID. Like he
would hope
never
not.
got it.
Or he didn't get real sick from getting the virus too many
So
times.
he
did
might have gotten the virus, but didn't get
No,
any
I'm
symptoms?
no, I'm sure he got tested 219 times. But no, I'm sure he got tested, but he never got sick from having too much of the vaccine
Right.
either, which I think is what I thought would happen.
Sure, like your body would freak out.
A team of German scientists studied a 62-year-old man who deliberately got 217 COVID-19 vaccine shots over 20 months. He suffered no negative vaccine-related side effects.
Where's the oversight in that? Like, where's like I've seen you before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't the doctors at some point be like, "Hey, man, 53, you're good."
Yes
Yeah.
and no.
Cool.
He was doing it for other people. He's making money off of it.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Well, okay. My name's Richard.
Hey, Richard. I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, give me a COVID shot there. I know Eddie, since you do shots here.
Yeah, here you go.
Cool. All right, see you later.
Boom.
I'm gonna go to the CVS down the road. What's up, man? I am Connor. And here's my ID.
God, you
They
said
don't
that
even
weird.
look.
Are
Well,
you
they don't
sure?
even look. Yes, I'm sure. Boom. So now Connor's got his card. And Connor didn't want to get the vaccine.
Oh.
So now Connor's been vaccinated.
So that's what he was doing.
He was getting like 4 doses a day.
That's insane.
So a lot of people wouldn't get the shot. So he said, well, let me make some money off this. And he got as many shots as he could. Over 29 months, 217 shots.
Does that also make you feel like the shot does nothing?
This is how I feel about it now.
If somebody can get that many and it doesn't affect your body,
Well, let me give you my controversial COVID take, because this is just in general. I think when it happened, regardless of how it got out, if it was from the lab, if it was from a guy eating the head of a monkey, regardless of how it got out, we didn't really have an idea of what was going to happen. And now we can see that for the most part, it definitely killed older people.
Sure.
It definitely killed younger people. One of our friends' dads died of COVID, who was like 53 or 54. So it definitely did that. And so when something is novel, and they would say the virus was novel, you really don't know enough about it. So you're just trying to protect your butt in as many ways as possible and hopefully make the safest decision for the most people possible. But in order to
who are you talking? What tense are you talking? Like as the government?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so mostly, because I do not believe the government was putting a chip in us.
People believe that.
They do, but
I've
I
heard
think
that
the
one.
government's already got a chip in us. It's called our phone. The government already has a way to watch all of us.
Wait a sec.
They don't need to put a chip on our bodies. Everybody's going everywhere with their phones. So that to me is, I'm not the government's not monitoring us guy. Of course they are. You ever heard of the Patriot Act, by the way? They get here, do it. They just don't need to put it in our skin. So they're like, well, it's been shown this is killing people. And if they don't universally say you have to do it, we ain't doing it. We're just not going to do it. They also don't know really what the effects of it are going to be on a mass population because it's never existed in the degree it was. So what they're doing is going, God dang, if we don't shut it all down, there's a possibility 80% of people could be eradicated, even if not. And they know it's probably not the probability, but the possibility. So they go, this is what we're going to do. It's like if a tornado is coming. Oh my God, tornado warning. It's like 8 miles away. What do? You do everything you get in the basement. You do. Does it hit most of the time?
No.
Does it maybe hurt some stuff around you? Yeah. Does it actually hit some people and kill them and demolish their house?
Yes.
Absolutely. So it was basically, and I've never heard this theory, so this is just something I've come to myself. It was basically a tornado warning because, yeah, it's going to kill some people. It might kill a whole lot of people. And we think that this will keep that from happening. Now, obviously, we've learned so much about it since, but we didn't have that knowledge. We didn't have the education on it because there was no education on it. So here we are. Everybody's getting the shot. I got the shot. I would bet dollars to donuts, as something Arkansas Keith used to say,
I like that.
that the vaccine actually wasn't good for some people because all of our bodies are different.
Yeah.
That the vaccine probably made some people sick and did think, just like anything else we put in there are some pills where people don't know, or an allergy. You allergic to something?
Well, pills are good too because they all have side effects, but you may never feel those side
Sure.
effects depending on your body.
But I think the decision that was made, and you have to remember, you can go, Trump was the president. He got the COVID shots. There's been a lot of modifying how it actually happened, where it's one side's like pure COVID shot, one is not. But it was so crazy, even at the time, the Republican president was getting the COVID shot and telling people to get the COVID shot and saying, I'm the one that created the COVID shot. He's kind of backed away from that now. Because, and this is not a political thing, but because that political party has assigned themselves to being the non-COVID. It easily could have been the opposite. I'm going to tell you why. It easily could have been the Democrats, liberals, whatever you're going to call them. They could have easily been, we're not taking the COVID shot. We have choice. We have control of our body. It's our own choice.
Yeah.
We liberals, crazy hippies.
Yeah.
We're not putting a chemical in our body. It easily
Could go both
It easily could have
ways.
been either way. So it's
Yeah.
not really aligned with anyone's views. It was only because it was a very political climate because an election was coming up.
Sure.
So what happens is some people get sick from the virus, but you have everybody who is now political and going, look, it's the virus that did it. You have some people that was saved, probably more. You had some people that took it and then got sick, but maybe it wasn't as bad.
Or like this guy took it that many times and did nothing.
Right. My point is, while looking back at it, now it's easy to go, no, the vaccine wasn't good for some people and it really hurt them, could have even killed them. For most people, it probably helped. Some people, I'm sure, it saved their life.
Yeah.
Old people. But there's so much nuance to it, and the longer we get away from it, the more nuance there is to what was in it, why were they doing it, who did it help, who did it not help. But I don't think anybody was out to push along an agenda while it was happening. I think it was the decision makers going, we got to shut it all down because we don't really know. We know that tornado could hit our house. And it hit some houses. And it completely missed some. And you had people in the basement going, well, we never even saw the tornado. But I think that to me is, as I get farther from it, and I know people who it was initially kind of assigned as a long COVID. But what had happened is people that got COVID that were super healthy, it reacted in their bodies in a way, even with the vaccine, that all these viruses that had lied dormant, it kind of was like, hey, wake up. Like
Other viruses
Like you got
that were in your
COVID,
body.
but then if you had, like I know somebody who never remembers getting mono, but got COVID, got better on COVID, and then like 2 weeks later had mono so bad.
Wow.
And at first the doctor was just calling it long COVID, but then once they go in and see, oh, COVID's actually gone into a party and met up with some old friends and been like, why don't we party? And it's been debilitating for people. And you see it on TikTok too, where some people are like, I had long COVID, but now we're kind of figuring out exactly what it is. And nobody's wrong, because that vaccine has actually been really bad for some people. That vaccine has been really good for some people. That vaccine has really done nothing for some people. But at the time, I think the people, and we're working as a world, remember, it was a world thing.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't a
just because we had an
US.
election here. Yeah.
No,
like
it was all
there
over.
were decisions made because it was an election. And remember, the party now that's anti-vaccine, and that's fine, and now I don't get the vaccine anymore. People are like, you still update it. I'm okay. I can't, we've spent enough time with it. But here's
We're
the
on
thing.
booster number 7 now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But here's
we're
also
good.
the thing about the vaccine. And people are like, the vaccine's bad. They've still been researching the vaccine and what it can do and what's in it. They've still been researching it.
Sure.
So the argument of don't get it because we don't know enough about it, that argument's dead. Now we do know a lot about it with people, and also they've had enough time to continue developing out what and how much and who. So this guy, 219 times, my hero.
And he's just walking around like, yeah, man, I did it that many times.
That's crazy.
Check me out.
And although we don't know what it did to him.
No.
We might die in 50 years. He could live to be 300. We have no idea what it's. But that's novel. Someone taking it 219 times. Or he could kick over tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I hope, and listen, I don't really get into COVID a whole lot, especially the science of it, because I don't understand a lot of the science and the chemicals that have been put into it. I never say I research stuff, because that's just me looking on the internet. I have sat and been able to talk to specific doctors that have basically dedicated their life to helping people not get COVID, when they get COVID, how to get better, working on the different elements of long COVID. I've sat with 3 specific doctors who this has just been their life. And even now they're going, yeah, to some people it really wasn't a big deal. Like looking back, probably wouldn't have locked everything up like that. We just locked up.
They said that?
Yeah.
Was there an I'm sorry or my bad on that?
Well, they didn't do it. They're doctors.
No, I know. But like my weird thing about all this is like no one ever comes out and says like, you know what?
They can't.
I was wrong about that.
Because here's why they can't. It's stupid. Our culture doesn't allow that in politics. Doctors will do that because they've now learned. We continue.
See, the doctors that I've heard, they're always just like, well, what we found out
Yes,
now
that's
is
them
that,
saying
but
they're
it's not
wrong.
like, my bad, we were wrong. We were wrong.
but
We screwed up on that.
They can't say screwed up because
Tell me.
they made their decision based on the best medical advice and literature and discussions that they had at the time. They can go, it was wrong for us to have been told that.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I
doctors,
just want a my bad somewhere in there.
and they do say my bad when they pay out if they like cut off the wrong arm.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I don't think it was their bad. They literally were going with what they knew based on journals and research, limited.
Yeah, I get that.
And so if we do this again in a year, I may go, you know what? From what I knew then, my bad. A couple things I was wrong about. Maybe don't get it 219 times.
Right. Hey, same with sports guys too. They never be like, my bad, I was wrong.
Cowherd
Wrong.
does. Cowherd does. That's what I like about Colin's show. He does.
That's cool.
Where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. And he'll go, this is where I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I do like how he does it because he positions it with, hey, first up, here's how I was right.
But I did screw up a couple
But
times.
I did do that.
Yeah.
So that's my feeling on COVID now, where if, even as my doctor, one's a friend, 2 are just, I've been lucky enough to say, hey, can I sit and talk with you about this? I think now we're seeing some of the negative effects of people being locked up, especially kids when they couldn't go to school. When now what we see is, for the most part, percentage-wise, it was killing old people.
Mm-hmm.
But so does the bad flu.
Sure.
And now they say, and this is also where people just get online and they're idiots. I'm also an idiot at times, so idiot recognize idiot. And the new story came out that was, now if you get COVID, just treat it like a flu. Just treat it like a bad cold. But the reason that is because it's gotten so much weaker.
Yeah.
Because so many people got vaccinated, because passing one to the other, and
Our
sometimes
bodies take care of that too.
yeah, and it runs out of places to go. And so it's not that they're going, we were so wrong about this, because I think with the knowledge they had, they'd do it again similarly. It's gotten so weak that it's that level. It's where it's like, it's not going to kill you if you're an old person, but if you're an old person, you get the flu real bad, it could kill you.
Sure.
So I don't know how eloquently I told that, but that is my feeling from what I have learned about COVID now and then. And there were a lot of mistakes, but there are always going to be a lot of mistakes. When Godzilla's coming out, you've never met Godzilla before. You're not even sure if he's a good guy or a bad guy. You've seen a bunch of movies. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. But you don't make the right decisions.
I saw that they're making a new Godzilla King Kong movie.
You should watch.
Yeah, Godzilla versus Kong.
No.
That's the new one coming out, right?
Oh, the movie. I'm talking about, what's the show called? Monarch?
Yeah.
Monarch's good.
Yeah, it's real good. And it's Godzilla. I hate Godzilla.
Y'all should watch Godzilla -1.
Whoa.
It just came out last
They
year.
steal Godzilla's baby or what?
Minus one?
It's more hardcore, more artsy.
Is it
Y'all
black
like-
and white?
It is. No, it's not black and white, but it is in Japanese.
Oh,
No chance. We almost watched.
You'll love
No
it.
chance.
No chance.
No chance. We almost watched a movie called Falling Separately or something. It was, I think maybe nominated for Picture of the Year.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Boom. Close enough.
Oh, close. But
Caitlin
not
was
really.
like, let's watch Anatomy of a Fall. I hear it's great. And I go, I don't know what it is, but if it's a 9 on Rotten Tomatoes, it didn't matter what it is. It could be Clint the Plumber poops for 2 hours, 9 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm
Let's
like, let's
watch
go.
it.
All right. And we watched the preview real quick, and it's like,
Oh, it's French?
No chance. I'm out.
Oh,
It's like
man.
half French, half English.
Oh, it is? There's English in
Yeah.
it?
Bones, you got to stop doing that. You're going to miss out on really good movies.
Here's the thing. I'm not arguing that point. I agree.
Like Parasite, how good was Parasite?
was amazing.
Not one word of English. Maybe one. Maybe a
If
few
a
words.
foreign language movie makes it to America, that means it's at a different level.
I
it is
agree.
if you're just
Boom.
watching a random one in a different language,
Not arguing it's not going to be amazing because any foreign language, whenever I watch Squid Game, I thought I was
Amazing.
Korean. I was watching it so much. I was walking out saying Korean words. It's hard for me to get into something I have no idea what it is about. That somebody's just recommending, and all of a sudden, it's blah, 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 blah.
Plus, you're like me. Well, I mean, you watch everything on captions anyway, right?
I absolutely do. Can I turn it on English speaking and have English captions?
I think with Anatomy of a Fall you can't because it goes back and forth between the two. So I don't think they have it dubbed that way. Because the characters themselves will speak English and then they'll go into French.
And those.
What's the ratio?
Oh, it's probably maybe 60% French,
God dang it.
40% English.
Yeah, majority French.
And you liked it?
Oh, well, that one I actually didn't like.
After
But
all
in
that.
general,
You gave me a good
could see-
reason
I
to
can
not
see
watch
why
it.
people would enjoy that movie, but
Can
it
you
goes,
plot me on that?
It's this woman who her husband dies and her son who is deaf is the only witness, so she has to go through this entire court process of explaining all the details on how he died.
Well, if he's
Sounds
deaf-
amazing.
Well, no, if he's deaf, just turn all the sound off. Then I'm not hearing a foreign language.
No. Everyone else around is talking.
Excuse me, blind.
Oh, well, that's different.
Oh, I can still hear. Blah, 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 blah.
For a moment there, your collared shirt was covering the G and O, so it was just ASS equals goat.
I've been seeing that all day.
Oh, really?
That's really funny.
It says Gasso equals goat.
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
But the G and the O. I mean, that's not a bad shirt.
or
itself.
there's-
guy, huh?
or there's no.
Speaking
Or,
of,
hold on. Or there's no G and O, and it says that equals oats. I love
Yeah,
oats.
exactly.
speaking of, I saw a license plate with. Remember the Seinfeld license plate where he was a proctologist?
Amen.
Yeah, amen. I saw one of those on a car.
You
the
can
other
say
day.
it. I just don't say it. But you can say it.
Ass man.
Yeah.
It was a license plate. It's so cool.
So cool.
A United Airlines flight from Houston bound for Florida had to emergency land because one of the engines caught fire midair.
Oh man,
No injuries, all good.
telling you that's why you look out the window, dude, when you're flying every single
I
time.
don't think it was like a citizen's arrest plane
What do you mean?
fire. I think they knew it once they got up.
Oh, they knew.
Well, yeah, it's on fire.
Now, sometimes I feel like because I'll look out of the wing and if there's like a loose screw or something, and be like, I'm looking at every single screw on there. And there's one loose. I'm going to tell the pilot.
By the way, you guys watch our show on DraftKings. It's, if you have a Roku, on Fridays at 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific. This show airs. We have big interviews as well, and you can watch it instead of just listen. It's even better than just like the little clips on social media. A while back, we talked about the 2013 NFL draft. And so it was 10 years from the day. And so it's a really terrible draft. And that's why we talked about it. And I could talk about some of this stuff real quick. But again, this is the 2013 before I get into the 2014.
It's like no one came out of that draft.
So again, this is the first round. First overall pick. Let me find the first pick here. Because I was looking at it and I was just trying to figure out, well, it's only been 11 years. Some of these guys could still be in the league. First overall pick, Kansas City Chiefs from Central Michigan, Eric Fisher. First overall pick, offensive tackle. Number 2 overall pick from Jacksonville Jaguars, Luke Joeckel, offensive tackle. That's 1 and 2. Number 3, Miami Dolphins, Deion Jordan. Number 4, this was a good one. This is the first one that actually was and still would be considered great. Number 4, offensive tackle, Lane Johnson from Oklahoma. Number 5, defensive end, BYU, Ezekiel Ansah, Detroit Lions.
Wow.
Number 6, Cleveland, drafted Barkevius Mingo. Number 7, the Cardinals drafted guard Jonathan Cooper. At 8, Tavon Austin from the Rams. But he ended up playing for Texas, for the Cowboys. right?
Cowboys.
He had like a year. Wasn't that who that was?
But no, who was that? What's his first name?
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys. for a year.
T-A-V-A-O-N.
Oh, Tavon. Yeah.
Tavon
yeah.
Austin.
he was a good receiver, right?
Oh, yeah.
For like
and
a year.
punt returner.
Yeah, more of a punt returner.
Yeah.
But he was a number 8 overall. Number 9, D. Milner, cornerback. Number 10, Chance Womack, offensive guard. And this is top 10 picks in the entire
That's
draft.
crazy, man.
I'm going to give you just a few more. Number 11, DJ Fluker, the Chargers. Number 12, DJ Hayden, the Raiders. Number 13, Sheldon Richardson, the Jets. Now, if I remember correctly,
Solid.
yeah, like he had a career.
Yeah.
Star Lutili, I don't know how to say his name.
Loaded Lele.
Was he good?
For a couple of years.
Where did he go?
Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. He went at 14. The number 15 pick, Kenny Vaccaro,
Kenny.
Our buddy used to
Saints.
love Kenny Vaccaro.
He was in college. Well, in Texas, he was awesome.
Here's the story. So we were eating lunch by the lake in Austin, and this boat's pulling up with a bunch. I mean, there's probably 12 girls on there. 12 girls, 3 dudes. Kenny Vaccaro's one of the dudes.
Nice.
Like, and my buddy, we hadn't seen some of our buddies in a while, so we're all sitting there eating lunch, and one of our buddies like, God, look at that, Kenny Vaccaro, man, what a life. What I'd do to be on that boat. And we're like, bro, like, we haven't seen each other in a while. We're all sitting here eating lunch, us buddies, and you're over there. Dude, and he did that for 30 minutes. Oh, check out those chicks on that boat.
Kenny Vaccaro's got the life.
I want to be Kenny Vaccaro, man.
The first quarterback taken in the draft, the wild thing was it didn't happen until number 16. You know, and they really reach now.
Yeah.
They'll take a risk. At number 16, Buffalo Bills, E.J. Manuel. Like, did he have a career? And does he have? Yeah,
we
but
know his
not
name.
really. But not really. Not the first quarterback in the draft. Jarvis Jones at 17, Steelers. Okay, Eric Reed. That was a pretty baller.
Yeah.
Because Eric Reed ended up going and playing for the Chiefs,
Yeah.
and he was good,
Yeah. Or
right?
Justin Reed.
He got drafted by the 49ers. I thought it was.
No, Eric Reed.
Was he a safety?
From LSU? Yeah,
Yeah.
safety from LSU.
Didn't he go play with the-
Yeah, he got drafted by the Niners, and then he was okay.
But didn't he?
You're thinking of Justin Reed. Safety, Justin Reed.
Reed's a common name, guys.
Am I
Chiefs.
really?
He plays for the Chiefs now. He played for
Yeah,
the
but
Texans.
what about that? We look up Eric Reed, see if he ever played for the Chiefs. I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong at this
He
point.
might have, yeah. He bounced around the last couple of years, I think.
Then that means if he played, that means he's bounced around. He definitely wasn't. I guess I looked at him and thought, man, Eric freaking Reed.
I'll be real with you. I've
Niners
only
and Panthers.
Okay, I had the wrong guy.
Panthers.
Who was the safety though for the Chiefs? It was real. It was freaking.
Tyrann Mathieu?
No, before him.
Oh, Eric Berry.
Eric Berry,
Yes,
that's it.
Eric
That's
Berry.
I was thinking Eric Reed was
Yes,
Eric Berry. My
okay,
bad. Justin Pugh with the Giants, offensive tackle. He had I remember his name.
yeah.
He still plays a
I
little
was
bit.
going to say, I think he might
still
even
plays.
still be around.
Okay, so that was it. I'm looking at some of the people that were pretty good. DeAndre Hopkins went 27th
Wow.
to the Texans. Cordell Patterson went 29th
Now we got names all right.
to the
around.
Vikings. But it took us 27 picks, really.
Yeah.
And in the first round, and at the first time I saw Elam went in the first round, number 32.
Who?
Elam, but not a kicker. Elam, you familiar with Elam, the kicker? Was in the league forever?
No.
It's not him. It's Matt Elam, it's safety.
Yeah, from Florida.
Who's the cat? I don't remember the
Elon
kicker.
Musk.
You don't remember? I used to play with him all the time on Madden. And he's pretty good.
Reed thinks you're
And he
talking about
played for
Elon Musk.
And he played for the Broncos, I think, originally. Jason Elam played for. He retired in '96.
Oh,
What?
he retired in 96? Oh, I was 5.
You were 5
He
years
was
old.
done playing, I was 5. Yeah,
Dude, we were in high school.
I definitely don't remember him.
He played for the Broncos. Yeah, he did. I remember. No. He played till 2007.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
He played for the Broncos from '93 to
16.
2007.
You were driving.
He,
got my
he was
license.
legit on Madden.
Really?
Which why I thought a kicker in the first round, but won 2 Super Bowls, 3-time All-Pro, 3 Pro Bowls.
Wow.
Good for him.
Denver Broncos Ring of Fame as a kicker.
Dang.
His
Now
coach-
they got Matt Prater with the barbed wire tattoos. He was around forever on the Broncos.
Also, though, he didn't. This isn't the same guy, right? I just make.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Field goal percentage 80%.
pretty good.
He attempted 550, made 436, scored almost 2,000 points. Was Sebastian Janikowski the earliest drafted kicker ever from Florida State? He's not in this draft.
Probably. He was first round, though, wasn't he?
I was wrong about Eric Berry or Justin Reed.
I mean, I'm
Eric Reed.
Whatever. So now I question everything I'm about to say. But
sure like a kicker back in maybe the 50s or something.
But the draft wasn't. I would have thought like 3rd or 4th round, Janikowski, and that would have been crazy. What is it?
I see someone in 1966, Charlie Gogolak.
Classic Gogolak, man.
Oh, man, one of the best.
Round 1, pick number 6.
Dang.
Dang, dude.
Number 6.
It's a
They had a
terrible
different game.
class.
God
I mean, I'm-
dang, they were playing different kind of ball then,
well,
boys.
that's when like football is like, hey, we need a kicker. It's called football, boys.
Yeah.
Like, we need a kicker early.
Yeah, all the other ones were in the 70s, and Janikowski comes in at number 4
Number 4, what?
overall.
Where was he drafted?
Round 1, pick 17.
Wow, he was round 1. Good call.
For you.
17th overall pick. No, for Kevin.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah. I knew he was an early, maybe the earliest of like, I don't know, AD.
And he played for.
There's BC and AD. I feel like that guy's BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy's
the other
AD.
two were 79 and then 1978.
Boy, that's right on that line. I feel like AD would be like 1989 and above is AD. The game started to change a little bit. It wasn't, let's try to break their arm this play and get them out of the game so we have a better shot to win.
That's barbaric.
Or when the defensive end would head slap and give people concussions every play.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't what the Deacon Jones with the clothesline or whatever?
Deacon Jones,
Dude.
man. Is he a Ram? Who was he?
Yeah, yeah. When
Football-
they had the
football
fear or the
crazy.
Vikings. Was it the Fearless Foursome? The four linemen. Yeah,
Vikings
Rams.
for me, purple people eaters.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Don't even, that was before me. They
What
weren't the purple people eaters when I was alive. That was like a BC,
The Steelers had the iron. Is it the steel curtain?
steel curtain.
And then what were the Bears?
The Super Bowl shuffle.
Midway
Well,
Giants.
The
Oh, that's got to be old. That's got to be from the 20s, dude.
Yeah, I think you're talking about when
Midway
they didn't even know what a
Giants.
forward pass was yet.
the Terrors of the Midwest.
the Bears. That's a good one. I think they had a nickname too.
They had
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
I
the.
bet Mike will find it for us. Mike, now we put him in the position of we just say so much wrong stuff.
Monsters of the Midway. I was close.
It is.
Monsters of the Midway.
Nice.
All right, so 10 years, the 2014 first round. Definitely a different story. It's like they all went, we don't want to do that again from 2013. And you also have a quarterback in the first 5 picks. So Jadeveon Clowney, number
Yeah.
1 overall to Houston.
Huge.
Huge. Good. B+ career.
Yeah, yeah. After the first couple of years, you didn't think he'd still be around 10 years later, but he is.
Injuries?
He just wasn't.
And when he went to Texas, and I remember Clowney, because I think he played at South Carolina, he was killing people.
Oh, yeah. Remember that game against Michigan?
And the big debate was he going to be the first overall pick? And obviously, he ended up being the first overall pick. Oh, that Michigan, I think he knocked his helmet off.
Yeah, he almost killed a guy.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting. And he was really good for a couple years. And is he still in the league right now?
Ravens.
Yeah, like
Played
he had
for the Ravens, yeah.
the Rams, Greg Robinson, offensive tackle. At number 3, Jacksonville took and played, and I believe he won a playoff game. I think Blake Bortles,
Yeah. Went to the AFC Championship.
What school were you at? Where do you play?
UCF.
UCF.
Yeah.
He's on the wall.
Blake freaking Bortles. Sammy Watkins at number 4,
That was
receiver. Went to Clemson.
Is it the Bills?
Good job.
Nice.
Oh, let's see if you can name where they're from. This is a fun game now because some of these guys are actually
Like who
good.
drafted them or
Yeah.
where they're from?
Who drafted them?
Okay.
Khalil Mack, by the way, freaking beast. Great pick. Khalil
Yeah.
Mack. I mean,
Raiders?
and he's still playing now. Is he in San Diego now? Or was he in San Diego
well,
last year?
LA, but yeah. San Diego. Same
Sorry,
thing.
the
Yeah,
Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers,
yeah.
He got drafted by the Giants. No.
got drafted-
Oh, Bears.
The Raiders.
Right.
Oh, damn.
You said it. You said it.
I said
first
Raiders.
The
right?
Bears made the crazy draft. The crazy trade with him
Yeah.
when they sent him to
yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
Jake Matthews, offensive tackle. You probably know that, huh?
Chargers.
Atlanta Falcons.
Still playing.
Yeah, still playing.
Really?
Okay. Mike Evans. Where did he play college ball and where did he get drafted?
Texas A&M.
Yep. Good job.
And then he went. Has he been with the? No. I'm just gonna go with Bucks just because he's been there for so long.
Yeah.
Just been Bucks. He stayed there the whole time.
Drafted by him, stayed there just on a new 2-year deal.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty cool. Justin Gilbert, cornerback. Any idea at all?
Cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois.
Nah. Cleveland Browns played Oklahoma
Okay.
State. Anthony Barr, linebacker. I'm not familiar with Anthony Barr.
Yeah, he's Vikings picked him up.
Still?
Nice, dude.
Right.
Good job.
No. He's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys had him for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he played from this past year.
Oh, is that
As
why
like a
you know him?
reserve guy,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron.
Lions.
Yeah.
Dude.
Let's go, baby.
I did not expect you to get
Let's
that. Did you
go.
guess that or did you see it? You visualize
I mean, I
it?
visualize it.
Good job.
I'm just trying to picture that
Does
name.
fantasy help a lot? I feel
Sure.
like fantasy football.
Yeah,
but not here,
big
though.
time. But that's a.
Not here. He's
I don't know. He's a tight end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe.
But I never had him. He's kind of like. Do you need 2 injuries for that
Dude,
to happen?
fantasies and sports cards are the ones that really help that stuff out.
Yeah.
And now a bit gambling.
Yeah.
And with the breaks that I do, divisions, like I know all them really easy now. But yeah, fantasy, a big part of it. Taylor Lewan,
Yeah.
11th overall pick. From what college? Because I don't know that I remembered him going to school here.
Tennessee.
Michigan.
Oh, I
He's a
did
tackle.
know that because he's friends with Ryan Hurd. Knew that.
Oh, are they friends?
Yeah.
And then what about what team he get drafted by?
The Titans.
Correct. And think about Taylor. He retired a Titan, right?
He hasn't officially retired, but
Well, he's lost a whole lot of weight.
yeah,
I
he
expect,
ain't playing no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. College.
Where did he go to school?
And recently he was in trouble because he was passing out money on the sidelines.
Okay, he got drafted by the Giants.
Yeah.
But he went to Alabama.
LSU. Close.
Close.
He's giving the players money when they won the national championship.
This is before NIL, right? Like
yeah.
a year before
Yeah,
NIL.
That's right.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, Rams. No. Aaron Donald got drafted by the. Is it the Rams? I'm just gonna go Rams.
St. Louis Rams.
Okay.
And where did he play college ball?
Oh, no clue. USC.
I wouldn't have got this. Pittsburgh. Would you have got that?
Yeah.
Good for you. You just lie and say, yeah, but I believe
You know
No,
what?
I
If I
will.
don't know, I'm gonna let Kevin answer.
Okay.
Kyle Fuller, cornerback, number 14 overall pick.
Kyle Fuller. Texans.
Have you looked at these, though?
No, I just put them together.
Hey.
But I didn't.
All of a
I
sudden.
swear.
He knows everything.
All of a sudden, he's like, yeah, I knew it.
I
yeah.
swear.
They're Clemson. Kyle Fuller. What school?
The Bears.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you know the
I
answer.
swear. I swear. to
Hey,
God.
here's one. You'll know this one because it not a great. Well, I won't say ending. Maybe ending to his career, but still go. Ryan Shazier,
Ryan Shazier.
right?
Yep. Chazier.
49ers.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
You know what happened to him?
no.
He's paralyzed. I mean, he's walking now a bit.
From a hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Against the Bengals.
Remember, he couldn't walk. Now he's like he can walk a bit now.
Gosh.
And they brought him out the next draft.
He's also got the I forget what's the syndrome called where they don't have hair on the eyebrows or
Alopecia.
yeah.
Alopecia.
That's how you might know him too. That's what
Wow,
some people-
I mostly know him for a story about getting hurt, and they said never walk again.
Dang, dude.
It was like on Sunday or Monday Night Football too.
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin, Notre Dame Cowboys.
Nice.
Let's go. Got him.
Funny. It's like I asked you what your own birthday was. If that's a cowboy. C.J. Mosley.
CJ Mosley. Colts?
Ravens from Alabama.
Dang.
Calvin Pryor. I'm going to pass through some of these.
Yeah.
Louisville Jets. Jawan James. Does he still play? If he does, I don't know where he
I
is.
have no idea.
Jawan James, offensive tackle, went to the Dolphins. Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks? Rams? Another Rams? Nah.
It's okay.
Rams already picked in the first
Where's
round
it-
this
where's
year.
it- hey, where's
yeah,
it-
but they could have traded for
where's
a
he
lot
play
of
now?
That's true.
Brandon Cooks plays for the Cowboys now.
Yeah.
He's not Rams. Who drafted him?
Saints.
The Saints.
Went to Oregon State.
Ah.
How about Ha Clinton Dix?
Yeah, the Packers got him.
Yeah. You know where he went to college?
Alabama.
Yeah, good job.
Nice.
Johnny Manziel went 22nd overall.
Texas A&M. Browns.
Yeah. What's crazy too is that Mike Evans and you know that when you saw the Baker documentary, you see it a little bit. It's not like they make a big deal about it, but they play together.
Yeah.
Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield.
Who would've
Oh,
thought?
sorry, Johnny Manziel.
Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah. D Ford, slam dunk champion.
D Ford. Is he a Browns too?
Chiefs.
Oh.
D Brown was a slam dunk champion. That's maybe why you said Browns.
Whoa.
I think wasn't D Brown the one that put his arm over his eyes and dunked slam dunk championship?
I don't know. But, you know, the brain's weird like that.
If that's D Brown, because now I think it's Brown because you said Brown.
I said Browns.
That would make sense.
Mike,
The no-look dunk.
the no look dunk is by D.
D Brown.
Wow, dude. That's
91?
crazy.
Yeah.
The human brain, man, is nuts.
Or did you just?
No, how would you just
I mean,
pick-
Brown's a pretty generic name, dude. Are you sure?
Nah. But yeah, again, I can't explain what's in my head.
There's really nobody else on the list because we could go through. But my only point was, here's one more.
You have better picks than that.
Much, yeah. Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater, Louisville,
Great job.
Nice.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty good, dude.
Thanks, dude. Thank you.
I
Are you all caught up in on Dynasty?
No.
'Cause the last one I watched was the draft.
Today-
the big tight end draft.
Well, this week, now,
Love it.
as of now, they're all out.
Oh, they are. Oh, as of today, yeah.
Well, we recorded as of the
Sure,
recording.
I
of
know what
this.
you're saying.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, man.
yeah.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
The Aaron Hernandez one is, whew.
You know, I don't think that you've seen the 30 for 30 documentaries on Aaron Hernandez, right? So I mean, there's nothing crazy. Obviously, you kind of know what you know, but the inside of it is operation wise and
Yeah.
like how he was.
Did you watch? So you saw that episode on
I
Dynasty?
did. Dude. It's pretty cool. It kind of leaves you just being like, wow,
watch it
this
today.
is a lot.
It's a lot.
I purposely waited until all 4 were done because the first 6 I watched all together, and then I was like, oh man, I gotta wait. So I just held off. I held my pee, and it
Good.
starts to hurt. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to do it. I just
You
want to do
gotta
it.
pee.
But I just held my pee because I wanted that. When I finally got to do the 4.
But that came up because that was a big draft for them, 2 tight ends,
Gronk was so.
and then you
Don't say
know,
too much.
I'm not saying too much, but when they're in the draft room, kind of just like, do we do this? Do we not do this? I don't know. Should we do this?
Okay, I'm going to read a few things that I have on my page here that I've been meaning to talk about, and then we're going to be done. These 4 notes that I have. Number 1, I was shocked that Kickoff Kevin does not know anything about wrestling.
Yeah. I'm not too shocked by it.
There's like a 5-year window where I was really, really into it as a kid.
And
Stone Cold, The Rock,
Yeah. Attitude
Hardy. I don't know what that is.
Did Generation X?
Yeah. Now we're talking.
see, even if he was into it, he would be into the.
Yeah.
That's DX.
yeah, that's what we're talking
he'd
about,
be
right?
into that.
But like
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels pre all of that was freaking the Rockers.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels,
Long
Marty
hair.
Jannetty. Then he was the Heartbreak Kid solo. Then he was but he didn't know all that. We were talking about our favorite wrestler of all time. Did you pick who picked Hulk Hogan?
I did.
What a lame answer.
But that way, he was like the star of our
I
generation.
hear you, but it's like going, what's your favorite John Mayer song? Your Body's a Wonderland.
Oh, that's a jam, dude. Body is a wonderland. To me, my favorite John Mayer song.
And Kevin, who'd you say favorite was?
Stone Cold.
It's hard to hate on that.
Yeah, he was
What?
awesome.
But see, Stone Cold
He
is
is that
the Hulk Hogan.
He is that generation's Hulk Hogan.
But
Yeah.
did that generation also have like The Rock, who was just as big as him, but I hated him.
Okay, but our generation had Hulk Hogan and it had Ric Flair.
Okay, so you liked either
Kind of-
one.
But
one or the
also-
other.
same thing.
no, not one or the other. Ric Flair, you liked him when he was good, hated him when he was bad.
He was- Woo!
But wrestling wasn't as universally accepted then as like Attitude Era when
Okay.
it was much bigger.
Did you ever go to a match?
Yeah.
You did?
Uh-huh.
In,
Yeah, a
in
couple.
Arkansas?
Here too. When I moved here.
No, I'm talking about when you were a kid.
Oh, no. Oh,
Like the
yeah.
old WWF.
I went and watched the Von Erichs.
Okay, that's
But
cool.
that was like Mid-South wrestling when I was a kid.
and they were local boys, right?
No, they're from Texas.
Oh,
But they
I thought
wrestled
they were
in Memphis
Arkansas
a lot and made a trip over once to the Pyramid and watched them. That movie, you seen the movie?
And I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, then that doesn't even matter to
No,
you.
I haven't seen it yet.
Which one?
The
Iron
Von-
Claw.
Iron
Oh,
Claw.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
about the. Have you seen
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my god.
But
yeah.
my uncles, I remember they always get me in a headlock and be like, the claw. And I had no idea what they're talking about.
It was their dad's move, and then
Yeah.
the Von Erichs did it.
See, when you say that, I think of the movie Liar Liar.
It does
I
he
never
do
seen
that?
Liar Liar.
Yeah. Oh, such a good movie.
Dude, I went to is it WCW?
Uh huh.
It was WCW and the Road Warriors were there. Is that Road
Yeah.
Warriors?
Hawk and Animal. Shoulder pads with spikes.
It's freaking awesome, man.
Face is painted.
And that was my first time to ever go to a wrestling match, and it was amazing. And then one of the Road Warriors fell out of the cage, fell out of the ring, and then he went under the ring, and I'm like, that's weird, like right in front of us. I'm like, that's weird. And then he came out with blood all over his face. Then he gets up back in the ring. He's like, oh, I'm bleeding.
So he went down and cut himself.
Either cut himself or got all the blood all over his face. That's the first time I realized.
Cut
like,
himself.
Oh wow, this is a stage thing.
They do mini slices. M-I-N-I.
They really
mini
do?
slices. Yeah.
Dang. I thought they were just
especially like
kinda
ECW stuff and some of those. They put on the ground. They'd put that like staples, but
Thumbtacks.
Oh, yeah.
thumbtacks on the
But why-
ground.
why hurt
That was
themselves?
what's his name that had the
Well,
Mr.
if you-
Sacco?
Yeah, Mankind.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Mankind. First of all, he was Cactus Jack.
Dude
Oh,
Love.
the shoes.
Yeah, but he was the original Cactus Jack. Mankind, Dude Love, he had a few, but yeah, he was all Mankind. It's funny you know him as Mankind. I guess he was biggest as Mankind.
Yeah, he has one of the best matches ever with him and Undertaker, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
That's my favorite wrestling match of all time.
And you have to be amazing to have the physique that he had and last that long. Because it wasn't like he was ripped.
No, but he was so dedicated.
Yeah.
He put his body on the line.
Is that the one where they had the cage?
Yeah, he
and
threw
they
him
just
right-
through the top.
throws
Oh
him
my!
through the ringer. Yeah.
It was like from 20 feet up. That was crazy.
I watched an interview with him recently. and maybe it's on TikTok. And this is what I was going to get to. Is Kevin doesn't. My favorite wrestler of all time is blonde-haired Sting.
Before he went black-haired Sting.
Yeah, then he went like the Crow type thing, and he was much. He's still Sting, like he still wrestles.
He still does? How old is
AEW,
Sting?
right?
Yeah, he came out pretty recently.
He's like 60,
Shame.
but since he paints his face, he doesn't look old, and he's still in good shape. His name's Steve Borden, I think. Never,
crazy.
never met him, but like even Jeff Jarrett, who guest hosted our show,
Yeah, he was here.
he's a Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, still lives here.
What did he put me in? He put me in his thing.
Oh, it's called a butthole.
No.
Oh.
Nah, it's where he locked me up with his legs and everything.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah, you
That's
remember?
cool.
Nice.
I was gonna ask Kevin, like, hey, we should do a Too Much Access with Jeff Jarrett, a wrestling one, if we could find a ring here. And he's like, I don't know who that is.
Good for you, dude.
He's too young.
Good for you to just say, I don't know who that is, instead
Yeah.
of being like, you got it, and then go Google it.
Oh no, we
Whoa,
know.
I did. Oh, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Before I answered, I Googled it. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
But I need him to be honest.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Jeff Jarrett. He goes, I don't know who that was. Reed, favorite wrestler of all time?
I liked Rey Mysterio, and then the Big Show.
Oh, Big Show was cool.
Yeah, Big
Show.
Show was
Why'd you like
awesome.
Rey Mysterio? He's so small.
I just like the
mask?
The 619. Is that his move where he goes through the
Yeah.
bars? He was just like so flippy, you know. He was like, I love Spider-Man, so like to me he was
He
like
was Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man of wrestling.
You ever seen him without a mask?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah, people will spot him at the airport and they'll know it's him.
You ever? Who's your favorite?
The Rock is a heel.
Yeah, and he got so good at being a heel that he became.
He did
A
the best
face.
promos.
Yeah, and he came back, and now that he's back, he's a heel, but he'll never be a heel. He's just so good at it that even as he's doing heel promos, they're eating it up.
Yeah, he's too likable.
He's too likable and he's too good. He's too intelligent at it. And when he was like, "We set a record tonight," do you see this? And I guess they were in Utah or something. This is like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'll mess it up. But he's like, I wonder if I can find it on TikTok. And The Rock was being a bad guy, but at first the crowd was convinced he was coming out to celebrate them. We'll be done in a second on the segment if you guys need to go.
But I mean, he'd be the best. Like, hey, what's your name? It doesn't matter what your
Yeah.
name is.
He was good.
You jabroni.
The Rock World Record Ring promo. Let's see if this comes up.
Well, here's the record you broke. You broke the all-time record for the largest gathering of trailer park trash.
So initially he's like, "We're here
really
tonight. You guys have broken the record."
That's really funny.
They're like, "Yeah, you did it. You broke the record for the largest gathering of trailer park." And then the fans love it. They cheer
Of
because
course
they're
they
like,
do. Oh, they're booing him now.
"Oh no!" But they're laughing.
Yeah.
They're like throwing their hands up. And he even smiles because he knows.
Now, if you didn't like that, you're gonna love this. Finally. Oh, you wanna boo that, huh? Are you sure you wanna boo The Rock? Finally! Your life has meaning. Finally, you and your 50 wives will have a story to tell.
Because he's in Utah.
Oh my
And Mormon land.
Yeah.
Go more or no?
Yeah, I want more.
And you know what I'm talking about? You'll have a story to tell your 600 inbred grandchildren one day.
Oh my.
And that is what it's like to look at greatness in the flesh, because finally, The Rock has come back to Salt Lake City.
So the crowd, they're so into it. They
know
even
it.
do the call with them.
Yeah, they know it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Nobody gets the people going like him.
Does he write that stuff, or do they kind of feed it to me?
Both.
Yeah.
He's so good at it, and a lot of the natural stuff, I'm sure, like his sensibilities would come out. But yeah, there are definitely people
When he has so many catchphrases.
that,
too.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about just like, all right, we're in Utah. Here's gonna be your joke. You're gonna get him with this.
I think he probably could have been a part of it, or somebody's been like, "This is what you can do, lead him in," because they know what he's good at.
They
Yeah.
definitely have writers.
Yeah. Oh, they
Yeah.
for sure have writers, but I don't think everything Rock does is written at this point because he's,
Yeah.
and nor could it be, because if you're just writing someone their entire career, eventually they're not going to work with good writers. They're going to screw it up themselves. Like it's like a talk show host. Like Letterman, hilarious. Had writers every night.
Yeah, yeah.
because it's hard to continue to write and do what he does every night. Okay, I'll be quick here. Okay, Kevin doesn't know wrestling. He's an idiot. I wrote that down. I watched the Kansas City broadcast when Owen Hart died. So I believe it was maybe it was WrestleMania. It was a pay-per-view in Kansas City. It could have been WrestleMania. Owen Hart was my favorite Hart brother. I like British Bulldog. He was David Boy Smith, and he was with Bret Hart, and they were weren't they the British Bulldogs?
Mm-hmm.
So Eric Hart is Brett's brother?
Owen Hart was.
Owen, I'm sorry.
Make sure I'm right on the British Bulldogs. It was because he was the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. No, because Jim the Anvil Neidhart was with. I'm getting them mixed up. Regardless, Owen Hart was the brother of all the Harts, and they were lowering him down for an event because he was a different character, and it broke and he died.
Dang, didn't know that.
Oh, you don't even know the Owen Hart story?
No. When was this?
99.
99, yeah.
And it was on the pay-per-view. Let's see.
The live pay-per-view?
Because all the Hart Foundation, he died in 1999. Like, Bret Hart, obviously, was his brother. They had their family, was famous for wrestling. They had, a dungeon in wherever in Canada they would train other wrestlers to. Mm-hmm. And so they were lowering him. I forget what character he was at the time. And it malfunctioned, and he landed on the post, and he died right there in the ring.
Oh,
killed him.
Man.
And so they were doing the broadcast. They kept it on. They kept the show going. Even though they knew he was dead. And it's very controversial now because they were like, should we keep it going? And Vince McMahon probably was like, we got to keep it going. And then you can see Jim Ross struggling. And then finally when he's like, and you see the wrestlers doing promos about to come out, breaking in tears.
Man.
And they didn't tell people he died initially. I'm
But
find out what
I'm
his
sure
character was.
immediately you knew something was wrong.
No, because they cut from it on the show, on the pay-per-view. Owen Hart character when died. He was the Blue Blazer with the mask. He was Blue Blazer, a superhero-inspired character that he used way earlier in his career. But I watched that again, clips of it on TikTok, and you could see the wrestlers doing their promos and crying. And they were so pissed, and they've always been pissed about the fact they had to keep doing that show, even though they knew one of their dudes had died. One final thing I'm gonna look up: British Bulldogs. The British Bulldogs. I remember Davey Boy Smith for sure. Oh, and the Dynamite Kid. Got it. All right, got that note out the way. Do you know what the Clippers? Do you know what a Clipper is?
I always thought it was like a nail clipper.
Hey, color me knowledgeable because I did not know until I read a story about it on TikTok.
What are they?
Or on the internet, and then I followed up on TikTok. The LA Clippers. What's a clipper? Do you think it is
A nail clipper.
If you would have asked me, I'd have thought it was a big pair of scissors, they just cut people
some
down.
kind of clipper.
Kevin,
Yeah, I don't know.
never even thought about
Never
it.
even thought about it.
What are the clippers? You can take a guess though, because I'm wrong. Eddie's wrong.
Paperclip.
Okay, Reed. It's that old Microsoft clippy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the guy at the bottom
Hey, I'll
you'd
show
ask
you how
him
to do
questions.
this. Want to build a resume? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it the thing that holds your bag of chips together?
Okay. Also
Nice.
good. Mike, do you know the answer?
No, I'd have thought the barbershop.
Hold on, I got another guess. Could it be like an eclipse?
It could be, sure. But it's not
Okay.
for this anyway. I'm going to look up the official. So I did not know this because they changed their logo a little bit. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. The Clipper mascot, a Clipper, is a boat.
Have they always been in Los Angeles?
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That makes more sense than the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers were, could you guess.
Minnesota?
Because of
The Great Lakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Utah
okay.
Jazz.
How'd you know that's where I was going?
Because I just had this conversation with my kids.
Okay, and where
They're like,
from?
why do they call it the Jazz? Because they were in New Orleans.
Because of?
The jazz music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Are there any other ones? Because we started talking about this, and we are like, are there any other ones that don't make any sense?
Well, for a while, even Memphis now,
The Grizzlies. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Vancouver. That one came up too.
because they had actual grizzly bears in Vancouver.
Right.
Yeah.
But in Memphis, we don't have
doesn't
grizzly bears here.
No, I thought east, huh?
Grizzlies?
No.
Up north.
Yeah, or north.
Up
no, I'm
north.
saying, but they have not grizzlies, but black bears.
The black bears
In
are
Tennessee,
here,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
but
yeah.
grizzly bears are all
Not
up
grizzly
north,
bears,
like
yeah.
North
They
America,
should change their
Canada.
name to black bears.
I keep typing
Yeah.
all
Black,
NBA
black.
team mascots, but I just get all the stupid ones like Boomer, Willie. So if it's not a mascot, what is it called?
As a mascot.
Well, I think what they're listing on mascots is like the actual name of the person who comes out in the suit.
So it would be like, what is the
Yeah, I don't know.
like the Houston Astros? What's the Astro?
So
That
how
would
would
be
you
the
even ask
mascot.
that question?
I think that
Okay,
would
here
be
you
the
go.
mascot.
The Lakers, originally Minnesota. Golden State Warriors,
San Francisco.
I got to imagine.
Yeah, Golden State.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Warriors. I think that's just a generic, let's just find a cool.
Yeah.
And you guys can look this up and count me wrong. I'm just going through the teams real quick.
I would imagine there were probably like some kind of Native American warriors there.
Maybe, but sometimes they just pick something that's cool.
that's
like the
true.
Tigers. Or
Yeah.
Like or the Tennessee Titans. It wasn't like there were giants
Yeah.
around here. It's just
That has a story. No, it's not the Predators.
Predators
have
have
a
a
story.
story.
Yes.
Boston Celtics.
Irish
yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
Celtic.
Celtic, yeah.
Mavericks. Like
Is
a
that-
Maverick.
that
Like
a cowboy Maverick.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Nuggets.
Gold.
Gold.
Suns. Phoenix. Hot.
That's the hot. Yeah, mountain hot.
Milwaukee Bucks.
A huge bucks over there, man. Huge deer in Milwaukee.
Go hunting.
Were they always
Massive deer.
Milwaukee
Back in like the
Bucks? Have they always been the Bucks?
Big old bucks.
LA Clippers, they're a boat.
You've just found that out.
Miami Heat, it's
Hot
hot.
in Miami, man.
Toronto Raptors. I don't know if they had dinosaurs there, but that's an expansion team. I remember when they existed, they've never moved, so that's just the original.
Okay. Maybe that was the land of dinosaurs, Toronto.
Maybe. And I don't even care about that, but it's mostly I want to know if they've changed, and it's the old one. New York Knicks.
Knickerbockers.
I hear you, but
And that's what you call someone from New York, a knickerbocker?
no, it's pant, isn't it? Like a
No,
knickerbocker.
those are knickers.
But that's a short for knickerbocker as well.
Really? Oh.
Oklahoma,
I feel like I've looked that one
Oklahoma
up.
City Thunder. Well, when they moved from Seattle, they just took the Thunder, so that's not a change.
yeah.
The Spurs.
What do you mean? They were supersonics?
Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, so where's the Thunder?
When they moved the team, they changed the whole name.
Oh, got it.
Meaning they weren't the Seattle Thunder. Now they're in Oklahoma City. You're like, why the heck isn't it the Thunder?
Okay.
But they have a lot of storms in Oklahoma City, I hear.
Tornadoes.
Which is, what tornado Oklahoma team is there? Because there's a team, it's tornado mascot that's Oklahoma. Not the Tulsa.
Tulsa Twisters?
Toledo Rocket. No.
That'd be great, man.
I think there's one. I think there is one though, and I can't remember what it is. San Antonio Spurs, fine. Chicago Bulls. I'm sure that was always it. The Timberwolves, Minnesota. That makes sense. Philadelphia 76ers, always been. The Kings,
Well,
Sacramento.
what is 76er, though?
I don't care.
Okay.
776, right?
Yeah.
Independence.
Oh, good one.
So good, Mikey.
I see
heck
these a
yeah.
lot on TikTok too.
It's like the 49ers. It's the gold rush.
Yeah,
And-
1849.
yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers, always the team. Brooklyn Nets, basketball. Indiana Pacers. Don't know, but hasn't it always been the Pacers?
Yeah.
It's got to be like keeping pace. Like
Oh,
the-
the pace car and the.
Oh,
Indy
yeah.
500.
Dang,
Indy 500.
good. I
Yep.
bet that's probably it.
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons, they piss on everybody.
No. That's
The car.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a car.
I thought you were being
Piss on
serious. I'm like,
everybody.
dude.
The Washington Wizards, sellouts. They used to be the Bullets.
Oh, right. But why were they bullets? Washington dangerous? Is it dangerous over there?
I think it's just a cool mascot.
A bullet.
They do a lot of shooting.
See, like I like the hockey team, like the. Oh no.
We're almost done.
Senators?
Houston Rockets. Texas has Cape Canaveral. Or they
NASA.
NASA, but not Cape Canaveral, but NASA. Yeah.
NASA.
Memphis Grizzlies. That one doesn't match. Utah Jazz doesn't match. Orlando Magic.
Disney Magic. The magic of Disney.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Huh.
Orlando.
Because they're
thought
still
about
fairly,
that.
what are they, 30 years old maybe?
Yeah.
Right?
New Orleans Pelicans. All the babies are being born there. The Pelicans just fly in.
Storks. They're thinking storks.
Pelicans kind of a lame mascot. Let's be honest.
It's awful.
It's the worst.
A
Awful.
pelican is a seabird.
It's a bird.
Yeah.
And then
No, we know
Oh,
why.
I
it's
get
Orleans
it.
is
I
right
It's
get
a
it.
lame
I
mascot.
get it. But come on.
It's like let's list 30 mascots, and then what would 31 have been? Let's pick that one.
porcupine would have been better than pelican.
Charlotte Hornets, they're back. They weren't. They were the Bobcats for a while,
Bobcats, Yeah.
but they're the Hornets, Atlanta Hawks, and Portland Trailblazers.
There's
So
a lot of like
just a few of those though.
Yeah.
Cavaliers and
And the final
Blazers
thing,
and Mavericks.
oh, Mike's got to go, and I got to go. But the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson Netflix fight.
Love it.
Bleh.
He's gonna get murdered.
Here's the thing.
No, he's not.
Do you know
Ooh.
there are legal rules about a boxing match that people have to follow if it's a boxing match with judges? You can't throw it. No, that's why they call these exhibitions.
Yeah.
They're not saying it's a fight.
Okay.
They're saying it's an exhibition. To do that, they get to skirt every rule, and they can rig it. They can do whatever they want. If it's a real fight, it's called a fight. It might be a real fight inside the exhibition, but an exhibition continues you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like in Rocky 3 when he fought Hulk Hogan.
No.
Exhibition.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. T?
No, Hulk Hogan. Remember at the very
Yeah, but
beginning?
didn't he fight Mr. T?
Yeah, he did, but that was a real fight.
Oh.
That was like Clubber Lang was trying to get the belt.
But it's all a fictional movie.
You're right. That was
No, you're
Rocky.
right.
It's not
He
real.
did, and Hulk threw him out of the ring.
Yeah, and they hugged afterwards
That's why
and
your
everything.
favorite wrestler, man.
Hulk, dude, he was awesome. Man.
All right. Thank you. We got a lot more. Thank you for listening to this segment. That's it.
And in conclusion, a new report says that a new fall college basketball tournament is coming. And fully embracing the NIL era of college athletics, the tourney called Players Era will put 8 teams against each other in college teams,
Fun.
at the MGM Arena in Las Vegas with $1 million going to each team.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then they will give $1 million to the winning team too, I think. And the 8 teams that I had read about, I didn't like it because I didn't mention Arkansas, but they want to make it go to 16 the year after that. And the stories from Front Office Sports, if true, cool. But this won't be the only one, if true. There'll be many other people build out these tournaments then for money, which would be cool.
And how do they pick these teams?
They just picked them randomly. The teams that I heard were all big programs.
Okay. So not necessarily how they did the last season or whatever, just big names?
I mean, there were big names that generally do well.
Okay.
But again, I can't even recite them. I saw a TikTok on it, and I thought, there's no way that's true. Then I saw a news story about it and thought, wow. It'd be tough for them to get it up next year. They say next year, but it'd be tough to get it up next year.
Did you watch our show on DraftKings?
Yes, but then there was some sort of tech issue, and it kept cutting it out.
Yes. But I left it on in my living room hoping somebody would say anything, and no one said anything.
Your family?
My kids just watched a little bit of it, didn't say anything. I'm like, no one thinks it's cool we're on TV. No one.
It went up
And they're
yesterday.
like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, Dad. Yeah.
So Fridays, 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific. Our show is on the Draft. Just have a Roku, search for the DraftKings channel. We're on there. We were breaking a bunch of stuff. It ended up airing on Saturday and another time on Sunday, but there was an issue. Are we going to have that issue this time, do we think?
No.
Let's hope not.
It won't be this episode. We'll do another episode that will be later this week that'll be on DraftKings.
That was awesome, man.
I thought it was pretty cool, too.
That's really cool.
Because I didn't watch it, but then there were issues with it coming back, and so I texted. I was like, hey, what's up? There's some sort of tech issue.
And if you don't think I want to be going to sports bars around here and be like, hey, man, can you put it on that TV channel, please?
You got a Roku? DraftKings?
Oh my
I brought my own remote, don't worry.
Yeah,
All right, I got my whistle on. I'll blow it. All right, thank you, guys. See you later on this week. Bye, everybody.